just keep looking at my face, and I'm not in hate with that. Hey y'all, welcome to XOMO. Today we're doing a really quick get ready with me video, and then we're also going to be talking about polyamory and open relationships. which is like a loaded term in and of itself, because especially if you're gay, and of the queer community, you've probably had some type of experience, especially in the past recent 5 years or so, experience with if not polyamory, open relationships, or it being a topic of interest. And yeah, so I just wanted to come to my little hot take and talk to you about it, because I'm having an emotionally active day in terms of relationship. I just put my primer on. It's the look I'm doing today. It's gonna be light. It's gonna be easy. I do want to do a little bit of something, but I didn't want to do full-fledged. It's gonna be light feathery, but still with a cute eyeshadow look. But anyway, I'm not using. I'm using a BB cream. But yeah. So first off, if you have the opportunity to read this book, I want to say go read it. It's called The Ethical Slut. I don't have a copy with me. I read it while I was living in Boston, and I made it through a good portion of the book. I did not make it through all of it, but I made it through enough to get the lesson of owning your shit. And you have to own it, everything. Which is another thing that I just a message that I want to share with you guys is being your whole authentic self and bringing your whole self into the room. Yeah, we're doing it is buildable. I can maybe do another layer. I don't have my powder. I really miss my powder. I'm gonna have to buy another one. But yeah, with that being said, let's hop right in. But yeah, if you have the opportunity to read The Ethical Slut, I would definitely read it. It definitely talks about, gives some good tips as to how to really navigate polyamory in an open relationship. And I think that's a good place to start, just the definition between the two. Polyamory, at least how I see it, refers to somebody who can have multiple romantic connections with more than one person, or be in love with more than one person. Whereas monogamy is you have sex with and are in love and engaged with one person. Whereas an open relationship is kind of you're in a relationship and you kind of just I think the determining factor is that it's just open to have sex with other people, or maybe even other connections. And there's different ways that this can go about. And this book goes into it, where there's egalitarian, where let's say you have 3 or more people in a relationship, but you all love each other equally. You know what I mean? But there's another way to do it where this is a polyamorous relationship where one person has 2 different partners, but those other 2 partners don't have any connection with each other. You know what I mean? So there's different ways to do it. And how you really get through these things is communication. You really just got to talk about what you need. What's working for you, what's not working, when you're feeling supported, when you're not feeling supported, and things of that nature. Yeah, because one of the first things that people always talk about is being jealous. You know what I mean? I can never do that. I get too jealous. And even the gays, they'll get into I can't tell you how many times this has happened, where I go to be in an open relationship, and then one of us, we hook up with somebody, and the person who didn't get any in that instance is jealous. Or they get upset, or they get their feelings hurt, and that's where the owning your shit comes in. You know what I mean? Okay. Because the book talks about, I need a lip scrub or something, because my lips aren't giving what they're supposed to give. What am I saying? The book talks about, jealousy. One of the things that happens with jealousy is that when somebody goes and has sex, or they have a romantic encounter, outside of, let's say, like relationship A. Relationship A has partner A and B. So partner B hooks up with person C. You know what I mean? The partner A gets like upset and jealous. People feel that when it happens, it diminishes the value of the relationship that they're in. You know what I mean? Because person B went to go hook up with person C doesn't necessarily mean that the value of relationship A has been lowered or has been infringed upon. I mean, unless, again, this hasn't been communicated, you know what I mean? In that case, you're cheating, you know what I mean? If you don't have like permission from all parties, and that's another thing to talk about, like all parties gotta be in on it, you know what I mean? Like person B can't be hooking up with person C, but person C doesn't know that person B is in a relationship. You can't do that. Like, that's unethical sluthood. You know what I mean? So you really gotta be willing to tell all parties involved. You know what I mean? Like, being in open relationships is really about taking care of the emotional state of all parties involved. And everybody is in the know with everything that's going on. And everybody are doing their best to like stay like not only sexually safe and healthy, you know what I mean? But also like attending to emotional, like safety and health. But yeah, I really don't want to do a lot. Like, I do want to do something, but like, you know what I mean? I don't think I might contour. We'll see. I'm really just trying to do like a really light makeup look. But that's kind of why I was inspired to like make this video today, because I'm not like really in a relationship anymore. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we broke up, but we still have like feelings for each other, you know what I mean? Because we kind of like broke up because I moved. Which isn't like, and breaking up because you moved is like different than breaking up because the relationship needs to end or like you're not gonna make it and shit like that. The circumstances are just different. And with that being said, and this is what I want to talk about owning my shit, because like I had an emotional week and like I feel like part of it was like my fault. Like dead ass, I'm gonna be so serious. Like part of it was my fault. I was being dramatic and petty. And then like, I do think on one hand it is time for me to walk away from this relationship, because like a number of things have come up and it's been clear to me that it isn't the one all be all. And my ancestor's spirit guides and tarot deck continue to tell me that I should leave it alone. But if that wasn't the case of like what I'm like really doing now, because here's the thing, because like full-fledged, again, I'm trying to make room for my whole authentic self. This Thursday and Friday were really hard. I was super depressed. But this person who I kind of like rely on for emotional support wasn't really available. They told me that they had a busy work week. I knew that. So the last time we had spoken, was texted rather, was maybe like Wednesday. And then either they just like didn't read the message. They either read it, and then because like that's another thing, we're in different time zones. So and you know what I'm saying? Another thing that's making it hard, another reason why we should break up. But yeah, this person is in a different time zone. So like me responding at 8 o'clock, which like granted isn't that bad, it's kind of like late for them. They might be in the bed. But anyway, they had a busy week. And then after they had like a busy week, they like went and hung out with friends or whatever. Or blessed out. That's what they told me that they did. I honestly don't know what that means. And when I first heard that, I was like, what the fuck is that? Who are you blissing out with, bitch? Yeah, I never heard you talk about no blissing out before. But again, you know what I mean? Because like over that 2-day period, that Thursday, Friday period, like I didn't text them. I was petty. I was like, I texted them and they didn't respond. And I don't think they knew that like I was depressed in that 2-day period. You know, they ended up texting me back on Saturday, but then like, you know, I was kind of busy on Saturday. And by the time I got back, it was late again. And then I was on their Instagram, like I'm on their close friends list, and there was a picture of like 2 like Game Boy Switches on their booty. You know what I mean? So like they're playing video games naked with somebody. You know, that frustrated me because like I had an emotional 2 days, an emotional weekend really, and I wanted their support, and they weren't there because they were busy and like, I don't know, I wanted them to be there. Their help would have been nice, but this is me owning my shit. Like I didn't reach out to them. I didn't communicate my emotional needs, as it were. You know what I mean? So with that said, like I felt that I could only be but so upset at them. You know what I mean? I can be fine and upset or whatever, but if I'm not going to communicate like what I need in the moment that I need it, then I can't really be that upset for them not showing up. Or at least that's how I feel about it. So yeah, that's what so like when I was thinking about it, that was something that came to mind, you know what I mean? Like part of me wanted to be upset. Like I don't want to be upset at them for like having fun and enjoying their life, especially like when we can't really share that like physical intimacy together, you know what I mean? So that means I gotta like, one, like if I really need the support, I gotta come through and say it, and not be petty and upset because they didn't reply to my text message when I wanted them to. That's childish. I gotta be grown. So that's another thing. I don't want to be upset that they're having friends. You know what I mean? This person that like I'm like in love with, they're deserving of like happiness and physical intimacy and connection with other people. And before we broke up, like we're still in each other's lives even though we broke up, but like before we did that, we were in an open relationship. So this is kind of why I'm like bringing the topic to you now. Like that, like I got upset and I was in my feelings and I was feeling jealousy when I saw all these things and I heard how like good their week was going and then like my week was going so shitty. Would I have felt the same way if my weekend wasn't that bad? Probably not. You know what I mean? But yeah, put that down in the comments. Do you think you'd ever be able to be in an open relationship? I honestly think like, because the times I've been in it, it's like, it was a kind of discussion that we had. And like we definitely have permission, but we really didn't take advantage of it because I really like hate like looking. I hate like being on the market. I hate trying to figure out like who's a douchebag, who's really about it, who really wants to date, who's been tested. It's taxing. It's taxing to do that with one person, and like adding other people in the mix, it's honestly messy. And again, this is just how I feel about it. No shade to anybody who feels otherwise. Because if you have capacity to do all that work, Miss Girl, power to you. You know what I'm saying? No kink shaming in this house. I've tried it before and it just didn't work. But yeah, but I think that book, the greatest thing about the book, it really shows you how to own your shit. How to pay attention to your emotions and what's getting you upset when you do become like jealous or upset or angry because your partner is potentially like having a romantic engagement with somebody else. But yeah, but you really gotta like know what your boundaries are, what's cheating, what's not cheating, what your partner has permission to do and don't have permission to do. This is the final look. From this to this. It's definitely a little messy. I wasn't even supposed to be doing this much, but this eyeliner ruined it. I don't recommend. Like it is close from it is cute from a distance, but like I just keep looking at my face and I'm not in hate with that. But yeah, this is this video. Tell me what you think about open relationships, polyamory, all that good stuff. Because I know the gays. all the gays want to be in open relationships until their partner goes and like sleeps with somebody, then they're upset, and then it's not the thing for them anymore. I don't know, but some of them really do it well. There are some who are like really like, I feel like their base is solid, so they really just be out here like having fun together with other people sexually. But that's far and few in between. But yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.